G'day guys, and welcome to another Wednesday night. So good to have so many of you here again. Up, which is good to see. G'day guys, and welcome to another Wednesday night. So good to have so many of you here again. Later on, which is good to see. G'day guys, and welcome to another Wednesday night. So good to have so many of you here again. So before we start, please subscribe to another Wednesday night. So good to have so many of you here again. Subscribers. Before we start, also, I need to go to another channel as well.
Your audio, stop. Your audio is playing, man. I can hear it back. I thought it was me, but it's not me. It must be you. Have you got a YouTube channel open? Your audio, stop. Your audio is playing, man. I can hear it back. I thought it was me, but it's not me. Got to read the comments, man. Everyone's saying it.
Yep. How's that? Hope that's better now. Yep. All right. So please hit that subscribe button and give it the thumbs up, and we'll bring Jason in right now. Hello, Jason.
Sorry, thought it was me, but it was you.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. All righty. Well, we're good now, I think. Sorry about that, guys.
I was just bringing up the other one. I had it on there, and I said, no, it's muted. There's no other way, and nothing was happening on my deck, so I thought, no, it's all right. No problem here. So anyway, it's all good.
I don't know. People are saying that that there's been no notifications for tonight's live stream either by YouTube, which is weird.
Came up on my one.
Yeah. Jeez.
So yeah, it's been happening, everyone.
Yeah, hope you're all good. And people are saying about here we go, Adam. We'll just jump straight in here. So everyone in Queensland, you will need to be double vaxxed by December 17 to attend any range. That is not true. If you are Cat H, you need to be fully vaxxed to maintain your license. No, you don't. If you go to a proper club, like my pistol club, which is privately owned, you don't need to be. You can be a pure blood and still go and shoot. They will not discriminate you if they are decent people, like my indoor rangers. They said they won't be discriminating. And it's the sporting events, I think, Jason, that are sporting stadiums. They worded it that way. So you don't need to do that. Which is
that's good. I mean, what's the legal requirement? I don't know. Best thing I ever did was turn all this off. Don't watch the TV. Unlike those news channels, and your life gets a lot better. Trust me, when you just don't worry about it 24/7. But I mean, depends on what the legal legality is. If you have to do it, well, then they've got to do it. Otherwise, they'll get shut down. So if there's no legal requirement, then I don't know why people or clubs would want to do that to people. I mean, we don't like being discriminated against, do we, as shooters? So why would we discriminate against? Take your pick of whatever specific issue that it is where a minority exists, and why would you do that? We're a minority ourselves as shooters. So again, dumb people, dumb organizations. What do you expect?
Well, I don't think there's got to be something where they can't just say you got to be double jabbed and you lose, or else you lose your private property, because that's what will happen if you don't do your mandatory shoots. You'll lose your private property.
Yeah, well,
so they can't do that. They can't make you lose your stuff you've paid for. Surely there's got to be something.
Well, they can, mate. If you don't follow your shoots, they're saying, well, unless I guess, again.
But you want to go do your shoots, and they're stopping you. They're literally stopping you from doing your shoots.
So the only way you'll get out of it is to get a medical certificate to say you don't have to be done, or you have to get it done. There's no in between, really, is there? If you can't get a doctor to sign off on it, then you can't do your shoots. Therefore, you will lose your license. It's probably what they're hoping for. This registry, that's probably what they're hoping for.
Yeah, well, they're also it just staggers me about that, because I don't know what you're going to do. It just dumbfounds me. The whole thing's getting absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so it all depends on what the legality is. I mean, if the clubs don't have to do a legal requirement to do so, then I don't know why they're doing so. But the ones that are pushing it, we don't know why. Again, it just doesn't make any sense, does it? What do you guys think in the comments? Let us know.
Yeah, Adam. You want to answer the main question? I have the email directed by Queensland House sent to me from Pistol Club. Which club though? Because we saw on I think NSC put it up that it's not actually mandatory down in in Victoria, but clubs are saying you have to be, even though it's not mandatory.
Yeah. Well, it sounds is directive
club?
law though, but who's willing to fight if it's a small club? They've got no money. Just this is what happens in '96 when they take your guns, eh? There's they do all this stuff incrementally on purpose to just downtrodden people and to make them compliant. And most people, I mean, if you're if you're retired, you have all types of money that you don't need to work, or you can do something that you can, it's just I'm actually flabbergasted for words, really, because it's just crazy what this country's become, and I keep saying it. This place really has. I love Australia, but it really has turned to shit. It really has, unfortunately. Just like a lot of countries out there, New Zealand doing the same thing, and it's not just Australia, New Zealand. There's a lot of other countries out there doing the same thing. I just saw on one of the US ones the other day. I mean, I think it was the Supreme Court in the US have put a stop on Biden making it mandatory for any employees greater than 100 employees. So listen, I don't care whether people have got it or not. That's up to you. That's your decision. And if you got it, congratulations. If you didn't, congratulations too. So it's just crazy that, if there's no legal requirement, there are directives, legal requirements. But again, this is how they get you. They just tie you up in courts, make you spend 50, 75, 100, 200, 300K. And they use the system against you, just like the police do, and they take your guns off you. They use the system because they know they don't have to pay. Like, again, that's where we got to start doing certain things. We've got to start really making individual officers accountable. If you listen, if they make bad decisions, they're personally held financially liable. But so that's what needs to change in the country, and you'll see them significantly back off from doing things like this in the future when you're going to be personally liable for any damages, anything like that. That's the way I think we need to go. Instead of people hiding behind state money, which is our money, to fight us, spending tens of millions to fight us, how does the average person have a chance? They don't.
Exactly. Adam is on the Gold Coast Club. I know that club. So, Adam, there's a few Gold Coast clubs down there. I suggest you just find another one and leave that one and find a good one, or my one up in Brisbane. I know it's Brisbane, probably an hour from you. They're not saying that at all. Said if it's not mandatory, they said they're not going to discriminate. It's a private club. It's paying members. They're not going to. Yeah, it's a private club. There's no committee. There's nothing like that. There's just an owner, and he said we can't discriminate. This is our livelihood. We can't block people out.
Yeah, that's right too. And the government at Pest Week, they've shirked the responsibility onto employers. So, well, we didn't do anything wrong. It's the employers, man. I get saying it week in, week out. Labor, Liberals, Greens, Nationals, obviously any of those dead shit small parties like the Animal Justice Party, you lump them in with that group too. You just don't vote for any of those people. At this point, even for me, it's I love the guns, and it's one of my number one priorities for voting. But again, I'm going to be voting for pro-Australian parties at the election, even if I hate to say it, even if their policies at the moment may not be where they need to be on guns, like Pauline, or they're going to be high on my list. It's just a reality at the moment. I can't stand Palmer, but Kelly and Palmer's party probably going to be up there on my list. So is the Liberal Democrats. So is those pro-Australian parties that are, opposing people like Daniel Andrews. Like I keep saying it week in, week out, we've got pro-gun parties in Victoria siding and agreeing with legislation with Daniel Andrews. I mean, as shooters in Victoria, any Victorians watching, is that the sort of behaviour you want to see from elected shooting representatives in your state? I would assume no.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not mandatory, guys, have them up. Say, why are you pushing if it's not mandatory? Why are you being a part of discrimination and bullying tactics when it is not? You're not being forced to do this. Have them up and then look elsewhere. That's all I have to say on it. Ask them. They've got to be held accountable. Hey, it's their choice. It's their club. They can do what they like, but ask them why. Why are they doing this? Why are they
Yeah,
discriminating
but
and bullying people?
see, that's yes. It well depends on which organisations, but yes and no. Remember, don't forget some of the associations. Some of them have certain types of deals where they're run for the members. They have general meetings, annual meetings, and stuff like that. So they're not technically not really to a certain degree. They're not really private companies because they're actually run by the members. The members get a say as to the direction of the association or the organization at the annual meetings and stuff like that. So again, but most of these organizations that do have that sort of setup structure, it's just making members think they've got a say in things when they don't really. They want to drive their agenda regardless of what the members want. So they're supposed to be run a club for the members by the members. So
yeah, well, you've seen that firsthand, and I think we all have at clubs we belong to. And here's our friend Matt. I hope he's feeling better. He got a dose of poison into him and ended up in hospital. So I hope you're all better right
I
now.
mean, you probably shouldn't be saying his personal stuff on a thing, but anyway.
Oh, he said he feels like
Sorry
having a
about
heart
that, Matt.
attack.
I mean, he's not very couth, Matt, is he? He's not very couth, is he? He's very uncouth, put it that way. So if you want people to know that, I apologize on this fucking silver-headed fucking gorilla's behalf. So sorry about that.
I'm sure he doesn't mind. Yeah, but I'm sure he doesn't mind.
Yeah. He's got no choice now, does he? He's got no choice now.
He's not a sensitive princess.
Well, anyway, all good. Anyway, we're going to get Matt on one day. He's going to shred some guitar tunes out for us, maybe some heavy riffs, maybe some soloing efforts. So if he's not up to speed, he better start soon because he's going to be on the show showing us some shredding techniques.
That's if he survives the second jab.
Let's see if he has it. Anyway, let's move on from that. Let's move on.
And here we go. Let's go, Brandon. No, let's go, Bob. We got our own Biden here, remember? Let's go, Bob.
Anyway, so what are people saying in the Hobbits? Heard they're banning muzzle brakes at ranges. Yep, that wouldn't surprise me. Again, most of our organisations, the ones that we know full well, never stand up for shooters. They'll be agreeing with all negative policies towards shooters, all gun bans they'll be agreeing with because that's their MO, schmooze up to the government. That's what they do, guys. Remember, when your membership comes up for renewal, stick to the organisations out there spending money, fighting for you,
Exactly,
that's what you want to do. Don't listen to the ones that are constantly selling you out. You know the names of the ones constantly selling us out to shithouse gun laws, all that type of stuff, forcing you to do things that you don't maybe want to do, and then you can't go to the range when it may not be mandatory. So, again, it's vote with your feet, vote with your pay packet, vote with your dollars. Don't let a membership perk sway you to an organisation. Yeah, if you still got like you said, you've still got a current membership to an organisation, that's fine. I've got one now, so not proud of it, but it is what it is right now. It was I think a 5-year membership that's coming up in another year and a half. So we'll not be renewing it then, and we'll give our money to people that actually do have interest in actually fighting it, not bending down and sucking at the first available opportunity.
Exactly. And Dave says, I heard YouTubers only post vids on a range on a farm. Yes, we'll be talking about that later on as well, a part of this topic. And thank you to our friend JR. Peter Z, I received my invoice, so I pay for my shirt and hoodie in order. Is there any issues, mate? Well, when you do get it, remember, post a picture outside of your club and send it to Jason and me, and we'll put it up. And we'll do for the best picture. We'll draw out we'll just draw out a name, and from people who have sent their pictures in with their NSC merchandise on, with their club in the background, and you can see the name. And maybe do a little write up, and we'll go in the draw, and we'll find some prizes for you.
Yeah. Neil says any range in Sydney private we can go to. I don't know any of it at the moment, but hopefully after mid-December, it's not going to be a problem for people in New South Wales anyway. But you never know. This government, they change their mind like they change their underwear. So don't be surprised if things change. But let's hope some sort of realism goes into their small pea brains, these government officials.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So,
I got to admit, it's a funny one. Long range lead slinger. The reason FUDs don't want muzzle brakes is because it blows their labia sideways.
yeah, it's good.
That is a pretty good one. Long range. I like it. I like it. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, yep,
Yep.
exactly.
And Fox 860 said, Peter's flat out, guys. Be patient. Yeah, he's flat out sending you your t-shirts. So get them in. We've not received a picture yet. Maybe no one's got one yet. But when you do, get out to your range. Pose with your range officials in your official NSC t-shirt. Send it into us. If you want to do it cheekily as well, get in front of their signs with your NSC t-shirts. We love it. Get on it.
Yes, definitely. We can't wait. We're looking forward to it. We look at, easiest way is probably send it to our Instagram. It's probably the easiest way to send the photos, but we've got all the descriptions down below on everything. And talking about the organisations, it's best to, I would only be belonging to an organisation that's fighting for your rights. So definitely, and that's tonight's sponsor, the NSC. So get onto them. They in Victoria, New South Wales, and Queensland, they are able to be your genuine reason to own a firearm. So jump on, belong to them. You get a lot of other benefits. You can read that on their website. Their links in the description, and you know where your money's going. It's just not being whittled away. It is going to help shooters with fighting gun laws, and they've had a few wins, especially over in WA for people and gun owners. So at least you know where your membership money is going, and it's being used really well, like sponsoring this show as well. So thank you very much to the NSC for being a part of Shooting Stuff Australia's family.
Yeah, what was that thing we were going to mention? We were talking about it today, and I said, remember, it was about what we've achieved. Remember that conversation we were having?
No, this is this morning.
Yes, you got the brain of a flea.
Goldfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of
As
us
soon
are
as he
busy.
got off the phone, he forgot it, guys. I can't really remember myself either. So it was just about for what we achieved, and
Yes,
label. Tell us any. We were just having a chat saying we're actually just trying to rack our brain. Like what you explain it, because I don't know if I got it right. Correct. You might have a better recollection than I do.
People. It was about people saying to us we're ragging on politicians a lot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Especially the pro-gun ones. Well, they're not really pro-gun, to be honest with you guys. The so-called pro-gun ones, and and people are going, well, no, they do a lot for shooters, and we're saying none of them can answer us, can they? None of them can answer us. What have they done for us? What have they gotten back for us? What have they given? Show us evidence. Where have we got some form of gun rights back? There hasn't been anything at all. And here it is. Here's my AR-15 that that the politicians have got back. It's really nice, isn't it? So nothing.
No
Absolutely
suppressors,
useless.
no self-defense.
No pistols on private land.
Guns being moved to higher categories or completely banned outright. Where's the wins? Tell us, where's the wins? Let us know in the comments. Let us know the wins, because
I
know
even
there's
the basic stuff like suppressors, that would be easy. Shooting on private land with your pistols, take them hunting, which is a safety thing as well. Simple stuff like that. It's just so easy. Stroke of a pen, bang, we could have it. But no, nothing. Completely worthless. Every last one of these politicians are completely worthless and not worth our taxpayers' money.
I was going to say, I just hope one day we could actually sing from the rooftops and say, oh, look, we got suppressors, guys. Yeah, it took us 20 years or 30 years, but hey, we eventually got suppressors. Like, why don't we have suppressors when New Zealand, gets them straight? You can basically buy them off the shelf. I mean, put straight on your gun. It's just crazy, isn't it? It's just crazy.
Exactly.
Poor I always feel sorry for the diggers, man. The ones that ran up beaches, died, got slaughtered. Left their families, and then, mate, I tell you what, they'd be looking at what we're going through today with all this woke shit, the stuff we've just been through the last year. They'd just be rolling over in their graves, wouldn't they? Really, I reckon they'd be just horrified what the country's become. Absolutely horrified.
Exactly, and a big shout out to Chris Miller for the super chat. Thank you so much. For Jason's Right On Fund. Yeah, well, Jason's channel is going really well. He's got 1,600 subscribers or something. on your
Yeah,
new
it's going
channel.
all right. Yeah,
Yeah,
going
and
all
you're
right.
finally
Yeah,
monetized. And yeah,
yeah.
Mine's not going so well. I've had no subscribers in a couple of days, and yeah, basically no views. So yeah, Jason's going good.
He will soon, guys. He's going to do a lot of videos, the builds, and I reckon it's going to pick up. Just a matter of time. You're going to be more patient, man. Patience. You must learn patience, Yoda said.
Can't even get two subscribers. Yeah, 200 views on a video. It's
Not
depressing.
many channels. Even it doesn't matter what channel you're on, what people do, what they're interested in, or what sort of channels they've got. Nothing really ever blows up that quick. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened. Who knows?
Yeah.
It may not continue. Hope it does, but we'll see. But Chris, he sent me photos. Just got him before. He bought a nice little Chris because we're all. I reckon we get a big live stream party. We're going to head to Chris Miller's house. He's probably going to run it by the missus first, but maybe send her away for the weekend. Chris, don't worry about that. Get her out of the house so she doesn't know what goes on. We'll have a big swag party, big bonfire. We can ride his ride on Moa. He just bought, I think it was a Husqvarna, wasn't it, Chris? I just saw the message before. Is it a Husqvarna? I think it was. Yeah, it is. Yeah, little tractor. It's like yours, Aaron. So we're going to head to his house. We're going to mow his lawns for a start. We're going to camp on his property. We're going to have a bushfire then, a bonfire, and we're going to shoot all his deer. So, mate, what a great week that'll be. Weekend. We'll have a mad big weekend. We should do that anyway, shouldn't we?
Well, I can't go because I'm a pureblood.
Well, yeah. Eventually you'll be able to go. This won't last forever, man.
Yeah, I'm just hanging for. I reckon we should have a Shooting Stuff Australia live stream cruise. All take over a cruise ship and run amok.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good too, man. Yeah. Definitely. What have we got here in the comments? Let's have a look.
I think it is time for the roll call.
Yes, absolutely. Let's get on to it.
Yeah, a few people have asked about it by the looks of it.
All right, yeah. So here we go. Let's get straight onto it. I'm just actually waiting for it to load because the participants do have to load. If you haven't put a comment in by now, well, I do apologise. You won't get read out. All right. It's always Adsy, the PWC bloke from Australia, because he starts with an A. And heaven forbid, Andy, 1234777, one of our regulars, a.k.a. Daniel Andrews. And if you did see him today, they're actually booing him outside of he was coming out one of the Parliament buildings. And the worst one was, what's the guy's name again? Sutton. Oh, man, they were chasing him. It was that bad.
Yeah.
They were chasing him. Yeah, the cops had to get in between all these people. I think they were going after him. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Archie Kaboom, Aaron Johnson, CBM, Captain Caveman. Sherry's back again. Chris Legendary, Chris Miller. We're going to shoot all his deer. Cliff Lee, Colin Penfold, Dank Bloke, Debbie Papadopoulos. If I got that right, I'm sorry if I don't. A Static Pessimist. Very good name. I do like that one. That's definitely up there. Farmer Dave, Fox 860. The legend, Front Toward Enemies, back again. Fur Eater, Harps 666, JR, Jack Daniels, which would be Aaron's favourite. Jacker 1, JSO AR-15. We definitely all want an AR-15. Jason Draper, Josh D, Kieran at 1999, probably born in 1999. Is it L.A.? Matabella, Matt Outdoors Adventures, Matt Cato, shredding those guitars. Mr. Wonderful, Mr. John Boy, Neil Constantinow, another regular, Neil H, Nick Mackay and Soldy, Peter from the NSC, Phantom HD, Probing's back, Retro 8477, Rob Bob's Aquaponics and Backyard Farm. He's got a very good channel, over 300,000 subscribers, I think. Rob Bob's Aquaponics. I love a bit of that too. Rob's Woodworking, Rose 123, Soldy Skippy, Shooting Stuff Australia, Stan Long Range Pensioner, Man's Tankmeister, Bushranger Brotherhood of Victoria, and Vegemite for All. That's a good one too. I love it. Very good, guys. And CBM, not sure if I put CBM and Bush Wrangler. Aaron Johnson, not sure if I read you guys, but I just saw a few just pop up back at the beginning. So this is all in alphabetical order. Lincoln Kane, M. Trundle. Sorry, guys, if anyone else is there, I have missed because it is in alphabetical order based on your comments. Anyway, Aaron.
Yes, that's awesome. And we're seeing a few new people as well, which is really good, coming into the comments and that, which is fantastic. And here's a funny one. It's gone. We get so many here. Tankmeister wrote something about digging trenches, like my latest video on the Building Stuff Australia channel. And I got my first troll this week. Some Sparky was getting up me about digging my own trench and laying my own cables. So, I got my first troll. It was quite funny. I had to reply to him. So jump onto the latest video and see my reply. It soon shut him up. He disappeared.
Yeah, that was interesting. Definitely.
Yeah.
Roll call. Who we got? Yeah, I did the roll call, guys. So we've done that. Hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button. Thank you for that. What else we got here from the guys? Sorry, guys, just reading your comment.
Yeah, just saying what else there is just before we. Yeah, here's a good one. They banned this, unfortunately. Captain Caveman. Skeet shooting off cruise ships. Well, they banned that here in Australia from our cruises because it was deemed too dangerous, of course. People enjoying themselves.
I wonder how many people actually apparently got, shot or whatever, off clay targets off the back of, the cruise liner. I reckon it'd be just ridiculous. Probably I'd say none, but hey, I mean, was there been an accident? Maybe one place around the world? I mean, possibly, but I just don't really think so, man. Not that I know of anyway. I mean, that would be pretty awesome, eh? Shoot some clay. How awesome would that be, getting a bit of video, just shooting clays? Like, maybe they could be environmentally friendly clays. As soon as they hit the water, they just disintegrate, non-toxic, perfect.
Oh, they are. They're made out of clay. They just disintegrate. Anyway.
Yeah, but also, too, you do have lead in the water, but I mean, fuck, a bit of lead's not going to hurt anyone, is it? I mean,
here's a funny story. I phoned up the coppers, the weapons licensing, and I said to them, I want to make a video clay shooting off a luxury yacht. Like I knew someone who had a big yacht down the Gold Coast. And I said, want to make a video. He loves his guns. We go out in the middle of nowhere and just shoot some clays. No, you can't do that. You'll poison the fish with lead in the water. I said, well, fishing sinkers are made out of lead, aren't they? And there's a lot more people fishing out there than people clay shooting off the back of a boat miles out in the middle of nowhere. And so he had no answer. He just hung up on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's to be a big deal. Sure, they can make something where we can shoot off the back. I reckon they should bring it back. I'd certainly participate in it, Maybe some sporting going left to right. Maybe nothing a bit crazy. If you start getting some, field and game or some 5-stand or something, and you start getting birds going straight up in the air, birds over your shoulders, and people start away, I reckon it'd be pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it'll just have to be something, pretty simple.
Yeah, as JR said, clay's made of fish food. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hard fish food disintegrates and feeds the fish. Mate, environmentally friendly. Let's get absolutely.
Yep.
Hang on. Sorry, you're cutting out there for a sec.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. That sounds good. Yeah, fish food, and they even got the shotguns now for clay shooting. That electronic. So you shoot it and it feels and sounds like a gun, but it's all electronic and explodes the clays. I'm sure they could do something.
Probably someone said here, what about seagulls? Yeah, probably a summer seagull would go past someone to get a bit overzealous, but seagulls are like bin chickens, aren't they? You reckon seagulls in the same league as bin chickens?
Every cruise I've gone on to, and I've been out in open water, in the middle of nowhere, I've never, ever seen a seagull, ever. I think they stay close to land, not hundreds and thousands of kilometres away from Australia.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I reckon it'd be a lot of fun. Let's read some of these comments. Rock Salt, I don't know. Who's that from? Rock Salt. That was from Rob's Woodworking. Yeah, I mean, they probably complain there's too much salt in the water, I reckon. Too much salt in the water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There we go. Correct, Aaron. When you see birds, you're close to land. Exactly. I thought it was. Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, let's get into tonight's topic, because this is very, very interesting. Very interesting. Something it's going to affect a lot of us. I mean, channels like Aaron, even I've got a part-time channel where I occasionally post a few videos on and have a bit of fun when I get the opportunity. A lot of YouTubers out there from both Australia and abroad are going to have major problems when it comes to posting their content online. Bit stupid from YouTube on a lot of their restrictions. Yeah, Aaron.
Yes, exactly. So John Patton, who I've spoken to before, has brought this up in a video, and he's gone and analysed it all. It's on our Facebook pages that you will find. And find a link to his video, and they've changed it again. So when you post a video and you're monetized,
Mm.
you get you got to do self certification. Basically, you say everything's all good, blah blah blah. Well, if you lie to them and they check for some reason, and in my case, I
Or
got
somebody reports you.
yeah, in my case, I got other YouTubers here reporting me. I found out you get a warning, and then basically after that, they just delete your channel and it's gone. So they've updated. They did this in 2018, I believe it was. Now they've just updated again about just after Alec Baldwin gunned down that poor lady in cold blood, allegedly, and
Yeah.
they they even had a part of. We're not going to go through absolutely everything because it's really long. So I got a few of the screenshots from when you download a video, upload a video, and they talk about it. It's really open to interpretations. So if they don't like you, they're going to get you. It's that simple.
Some of it's
So
pretty clear. And me and you were talking about this front toward enemy, and Matt Cato said Nathan from Edge of the Outback sweating on it too, who I was talking to you about it. So
yeah,
Aaron sent it to me, and then I watched the video. Then I wasn't sure if Nathan had seen it yet. So I sent it to him, I don't know, yesterday afternoon and said, mate, just have a check of this. I don't know how serious they are going to be about it, but it seems pretty clear because Nate does some great stuff on thermals and, shooting at night. And it definitely has, as we know, thermal's a fantastic device to use because especially when you're helping out farmers. One, it makes for good YouTube viewing. Two, it makes for really good, I wouldn't say easier, but I guess to say, as you know, when you hunt during the day, it's obviously a lot harder. You can't see things in the grass. You've got to wait for animals to appear. And, naturally, when it's cooler in the summertime, even in winter, animals tend to hunt and move around more just before dark or when it's dark. So, there's going to be things about thermals and, he's obviously not happy about it and doesn't know what's going to happen. I mean, this is what me and Aaron have been talking about for a while, about the hard work of, YouTubers in making gun content for YouTube just to go again and to do this stuff. And if you, as Aaron said, if you do the self-certification and you do have these types of things in your, in your videos, and then they catch you or someone reports you, then they just give you a first strike. You get your third, and your channel's deleted entirely. So,
and you get
shit.
Your second and third can come within hours of each other as well. That's happened before, and it's also come down to gun reviews must be done on a controlled environment, and they say like a gun range. So they want you to no more farms because you're destroying people's property and all that sort of thing. A controlled environment like a gun range.
Yeah. I mean, when we first read it, I sent it to him as well. He's like, oh, we're both just saying, well, what's the, is it legit? YouTube has sort of done this sort of stuff before. And then I think when, same thing, I said, no, look at the thermal and the, red dot relate. Was it red dot or thermal and
thermals and night vision?
Night vision stuff. So basically they're saying you're not allowed to use night vision or thermal on any videos. Here we go. I'll read it then. Content that shows gun creation or modification, including assembly or disassembly, if you promote a gun maker or seller, which is off the cards, or facilitates the sale of a gun, minors using guns without adult supervision, content showing guns modified with bump stocks or hair triggers. So I mean, what's that? I mean, a hair trigger to a certain, that's a bit silly,
well,
eh? What does you
your
go buy one?
We'll break this down. We'll start at the top. We'll break it all down. Content showing the creation or modification. So basically, you can't do a build video. But then again, they say in another part of it, it's really long. I'm only going to bring up the main ones that pretty much affect Australia. There's a lot about 3D printed guns and 30 round mags and all that. And this is the first time they've actually specified a large capacity mag, and it's 30 rounds or more. So any pro shooters in Australia filming themselves doing their job, and because they got a Cat D, have a 30 round mag, and they film it, boom, you're gone, you're finished. A lot of this comes back to monetization as well. They're going to demonetize all these sort of videos. And
hey, one question, though, if you do it, does that mean you're just going to get demonetized, or what if you don't apply for monetization?
Some of it comes under monetization. Some of it means they're going to delete you. Thermals are in both of them, from what I can read. But
Well, it says, hang on,
demonetize.
let's read that. Content showing guns modified with bump stocks, right? We don't have that, so that's going to affect, I don't know, in America, that was that big hoopla after Las Vegas shooting. Hair triggers, which could be
Set trigger.
Set triggers or lightweight triggers, thermal, night vision, or infrared sights. So that would be, thermal scopes. That could be the use of thermal scanners to locate game or so forth, or using thermal, or just says all using thermal. So it says both thermal, night vision, infrared sights, and thermal. So that could be your scanners, explosive or incendiary ammunition. Well, we're not America, unfortunately, because they have all the fun. So there you go. If you're involved in any of those types of things already, that's demonetization straight away.
And this is only the first bit. So content modifying. So they say that you can do it for cleaning purposes, but that part comes under demonetization. But you're disassembling it. If they want to say, well, you disassemble it, we don't think you're cleaning it properly, you're pulling it apart and showing how to put it together, and the cleaning part just in the middle, you should have had it pulled apart before. This is the route that I've been hearing and seeing online that they could go down. So you shouldn't be showing it coming apart or putting it together during the cleaning. Should have it already broken down and start cleaning. Facilitate the sale of guns. So promoting it. So gun reviews are promoting the gun, aren't they? You're promoting the gun while you do a gun review. And
that's a bit of a grey area. I mean, it's a grey area.
But remember, these guys, they do what they want. That's how they could get around this. They leave
the ones that we do know right now, building a gun, showing the barrels, I guess, coming on and off, like gunsmithing type stuff is definitely gone. Thermal, night vision, infrared sights or thermals gone. Explosives gone. Could that be tannerite? Tannerite. Remember the old tannerite?
It is. That's what they're talking about. I've read.
Yeah, or incendiary ammo. But hang on, what about this too? I got a big one. What about gun videos? Even though it's now going to be ceased, which is very disappointing because it's getting too much work for the people that run it. Knob Creek Gun Range. They were shooting fully automatics with belt-fed miniguns, or those. I'm not sure what the minigun term.
Well, under the demonetization part, it is anything full auto is finished. They said that anything full auto is gone. So even if it's demonetized, that is a ban, because remember, people can't afford to do this for free. It's cost a lot of money. For me to do a gun review, it's about $700. So if you're not getting some form of income from it, what's the point of doing it? I know it sounds harsh, but why are you doing it if you can't get something back for it? So
I don't think it's that person. Well, I guess to a certain degree, some people are all about the money, but there's not many of them. People just want to be able to make the content they love to make for the people that love watching it, and then be able to
100% with you there, because a lot of the YouTubers I talk to, and they all say if we couldn't make money off our videos, and these are some of the big YouTubers too. If we can't make money off this, we're not going to do it, because it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and it costs us a lot of money to actually produce the videos and tires, ammunition, everything.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking about the humble guys, man. That humble people that just want to. I give you an example. Look, I'm taking this one away. All right, this is one of the cameras that I use to film some of my rabbit shooting. Obviously, I've got a different amount of lenses. I've got a GoPro. I mean, when I bought that at the time, that was $1,600. That lens on it alone was about $1,200. I've got another lens outside of $70 to $350, another $1,400. Then I've got a 16 millimeter 1.4, another $600. I got a drone, as Aaron has, $1,400. What else do I have out there? Microphone that goes on top of it, $80. Tripods, a decent tripod, minimum another $100. You're looking at people that like Nathan's content. I was speaking to him yesterday. We were discussing on the phone last night, but probably about a month ago, he bought the I think was it Nikon? It's the Fuji X-T4. I mean, he's already bought 5 lenses for it. You've probably seen him on some of his videos with some of the long range shooting on one of the goat videos that he put out. I mean, that's $5,000 worth of equipment before you even start, let alone talking about guns or thermals or quads or trailers or vehicles or anything.
Exactly. And it's a big difference between the odd person making the odd video, Jace, compared to someone who wants to put a video out every single week, because if you're not putting a video out each week, your channel's not going to go anywhere, really. So
Mm,
there's a big
mm,
difference between that. They need this money. Um, like people, it's like anything in life, you'd like to be rewarded for what you do. So
mm.
there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's capitalism. There's nothing wrong with you making a bit of money uh, out of making the videos. It's a lot of
Yeah, but
time, a
most
lot of
people have
money, a lot of
started
effort.
that even when you started, you just enjoyed shooting. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about, oh, I'm going to make $2 million out of this. It just wasn't about that. You wanted to encompass your enjoyment of shooting
Yeah, exactly.
and then to make reviews that hopefully become good enough that you're making a few bucks of it so you can continue to do what you do. Yeah, there's probably people out there that, all they want to do, very money orientated, not making money, just switch it off straight away. Like
Well, that's a
I
lot of,
get
I can tell you now, that's a lot of the big YouTubers I've talked to. They've all said, if
well,
we can't make money out of this, we're just not going to do it. Because they remember, a lot of these guys actually, most of these big guys hire people they pay people to edit, to produce it. They pay cameramen, and especially the big American guys, they pay people to do that. You look at Larry Vickers, he has a whole production crew to make his videos. He's paying people to do. And if they can't get it out of this, you're going to have to ask for uh, Patreon. And as we know, Patreon doesn't really work. I get $180 a month out of Patreon. That's a third, not even a third of a quarter, not even a quarter of it costs me to make a video. So,
yeah. And
uh,
some people are
and
saying Demolition Ranch and Kentucky Ballistics, they'll be hurt very hard by these soy boy community standards. Yeah, didn't that Kentucky Ballistics have like full auto stuff in there?
Full Auto Fridays, that's all gone now. You can't have anything with full auto, you'll be demonetized. And so that's a way of a sneaky backdoor ban, is by um, demonetize you. It is basically a ban, because these big guys, if they get demonetized, this is their job, their full-time job. And as we always said, you got to make another form of stream of income. You got to have a full-time job. If you think you're going to get into guns, have a plan B, have a full-time job going, and or have it like Jason and me. We both started separate channels on different
If I
topics.
had to say one thing, I mean, as much as I think we've achieved a lot. 10 years of it, and I probably don't want to say it like this because I'm proud of all the people that I've interviewed. I've had a fantastic time. 10 years of some of the best times in my life with the best people that I've met, the relationships. But yeah, to be honest, if I had my time over, I probably wouldn't have done it, to be brutally honest. If I'm being brutally honest, I mean, yeah, shooting's less than 1% of what we do. You know what I mean? Of shooting. Not many people are shooters. It's hard enough as it is to try and build a podcast or a YouTube channel or whatever it may be. In the shooting area. Yeah, a lot of businesses out there during COVID went under. We saw that. Like, it's hard enough as it is in the shooting community without having these extra onerous conditions put on us by these, big tech oligarchs to say how you can and can't make any money. I mean, again, hence the reason why I started a goddamn mowing channel. You know what I mean? I don't have to worry about this. I
Exactly.
don't have to worry about people, and there's more people are going to be interested in that than this very small, tiny 1%. And again, does that mean I'm not going to make videos on my page? No, I still love doing that, but I don't expect any money out of it. I enjoy the process of hunting. I enjoy the process of video making, like Aaron does. I enjoy the process of putting something out for people to enjoy. So again, if you're doing it for that reason, you're fine. If you make money out of this, you're going to be in a real bad way.
Exactly. Just a few things we want to go over. First thing, we'll thank Andy. For example, Demo Ranch has over 10 million subs. They seem to enjoy aligning a large portion of their income maker viewers. YouTube are signing their own death warrant to appease the lefties. Well, Demolition Ranch is the biggest guy. Not everyone is that big in the gun channel, but Andy has other channels. He has Vet Ranch. He has a car channel. He has
Off the ranch.
off the ranch as well. So he's got a media company. He's got a t-shirt printing company. He's got a lot going on. Demolition Ranch is just a part of it. Yeah, he'll be making some filthy money. I know for a fact some of these guys, I'm not going to say which one it is, but they made over $1 million last year in affiliate links alone on YouTube. And I know of a YouTuber out there in the gun community who makes $40,000 a month off ad revenue I make $1.50
I'd love a bit of that.
per
I'd love a bit of
video.
that.
Yeah, I make on these live streams, and I'm not one of these YouTubers that cries about everything, but and will lie to you guys. But I make about $1.50 to $2.50 per live stream on ad revenue. That's all I get. That's all I get is that they demonetize. This is demonetized, and then by 3 days they will remonetize it. Once I've put tonight, not even 5 minutes straight away, I will put in a request to have this monetized again because it's been demonetized already. So it takes 3 days, and most of the views are done within 3 days. So I make about $1.50 to $2.50 per live stream is all I make, apart from you good people giving us donations through Super Chat. If it wasn't for that,
Someone said they're saying, where is it? Demarage has been demonetized for years. Has he though? I mean,
just a few videos. He said that the odd video gets demonetized, and he said he's being real careful now not to get demonetized on his videos.
Well, some of the stuff that it does and all the things they do, definitely going to have to reconsider some of the content, which sucks. But yeah, it is what it is.
Exactly. So we'll keep going through this. Content shows, gun creation, we've done that. Facilitates selling guns. See, to me, they could interpret that, as I said, you're promoting a gun for sale. Basically, if you're there saying good stuff about it, you are promoting it to be sold. That's the way they can go down. Remember, these guys can interpretate this shit as much as they like, and they're holding all the cards. Minors using guns without supervision, that won't affect the Australians. Content showing guns modified with bump stocks, that won't affect us. But the thermal, night vision, or infrared sights, or using thermal. Once again, anyone who has a show that has thermal, scopes and hunting, no good. No good. You can't even show. Later on, they talk about this is the banned stuff. When you get into the demonetization stuff, they bring up thermals again, saying you can't even show thermals on your scope unless it's daytime.
Yeah, Mr. Wonderful said, make a channel called Lawn and Order, Jace. Fit a gun rack to the ride-on mower. Lawn and Order. I do like that. That's a good name. I probably should change it. Lawn and Order. Well, like Law and Order. Yeah, the TV show. That's a good one. I like it.
Well, what do you guys reckon of this? I was thinking about this today, Jace. When we get the when my lawnmower craps out the deck, and I'm going to get another one. When you come up, we'll do a collab with Lush Cuts and Building Stuff Australia, and we will we'll kit out my lawnmower and take it up to the farm and have gun racks and all over it, and go do some hunting on the lawnmowers. What do you reckon?
Might be an idea. I guess we'll see how it goes. That might hurt the feelings of the poor people that just want to watch lawn mowing. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, sanitary and ammunition. We can't have that here. Content featuring large capacity magazines. That's be a select video. People who go and review their Cat D, which the average.
So there's your drum mag. Your drum's more than they're normally about 60, aren't they? The old drum mag.
Exactly. Attached or separate from the gun. So this is it. If you show a magazine that is not attached to the gun, like inserted, you're stuffed. That must, so you can't have it separate from the gun. Content featuring fully automatic guns or guns modified to fire more than one round per single trigger pull, which we don't have that, unfortunately, here because we are land of the bans.
The question is, I wonder when they'll eventually come over for, like hunting related content, shooting game. I mean, I know they can demonetize based on, too graphic and so forth, but what about hunting in its entirety? Just, no shooting animals on screen, so it'll be like those, and I hate to say them, I don't know why you'd even bother putting out a TV show. Like you said, the TV shows years ago, even on some of the American channels, they show you through the whole process, then you don't see the kill shot. Like that's whilst the hunt is the main part I want to see as well, but it just the kill shot just rounds out an entire video for me. I mean, I don't just scroll to the end and try and wait for the kill shot. No, I want to see a story. I want to see, a process of people going out for the weekend. This is me, what they're cooking over the campfire, what their mates are talking, some banter, the hunting, the traveling to and from, the experience, the camping. I want to see the whole lot. So how long before you start shooting animals and then they're going to say, no, that's not going to be appropriate content anymore?
Well, they've been making those noises that for a while now, and people bring up every now and then that YouTube is saying any hunting videos, your channel you're not going to get a strike. It's just going to be removed one day. They'll just remove it. Any killing or inhumane stuff to animals. And from hunting videos. Thank you to Jack Daniels, fantastic name, for the fun. Bloody Tech are going to cop it soon after the US midterms. If the Republicans win, they're going to win. They're going to stomp. And thank you so much for that, Jack Daniels. Here's another funny story I'll tell you. Old Lee here, who unfortunately passed away from complications from heart surgery. Well, he had Kristen Joy Weiss. They were friends, and they did a show together. She actually messaged me that day and asked how I was going, which is pretty cool. She's an Olympic shooter and has an awesome channel, so go suss her out. And our friend Matt, because I want thank you for the donation, because I want to see this channel continue. And that's the other thing. I get more enjoyment out of making this live stream each week than I do making gun reviews. Because when I was making all those gun reviews, and I've made hundreds in the past, I've still got a ton that I'll probably just release old stuff anyway, because I've got them sitting there, and that goes off the shelves if you guys like them. I've got about 200 I can release that Jason and me have made over the years. I can just start flicking those out. I actually get more enjoyment doing this live stream each week than I did going out shooting and filming, because every time you go out and film a video, it's not like you're actually enjoying it. It becomes a bit of a chore because you're setting up cameras, doing the shot, moving to the next one. Before you know it, it's 2, 3 in the afternoon. You've been there since 7 in the morning. You're sunburnt, and you just haven't enjoyed your day. It's all been about work. So I actually enjoy more doing this each week than I do actually making gun reviews. And I've got a video coming up. We'll talk about why you should not believe gun review channels, which will be an interesting one.
That means I don't believe you then either.
Yeah.
Southern Star Review said no thermal. Well, I guess our next 5 videos are out. So yeah, you check out Southern Star Review. He was on our live call-in, probably about 4 or 5 weeks ago. Southern Star Review, real nice fella. It's do these apply from now? Are these that's one thing I didn't see. Is that their new policy starting now?
Yes, and it is for now, yes. Yep. And we got another one coming up in a second. Thank you to Matt for the $4 donation. Really do appreciate that. And
then Michael said, hello, fellas. How you doing? Finished work late. Missed the start. Can't wait for my Pulsar thermal on my 3006. Going to be a game changer. Got access to 8,000 acres cattle station. As long as you're not putting on YouTube, you'll be right.
Yeah, exactly.
There's the treachery of these pricks, man, is just it knows no bounds, I tell you. And when you see people that you like and you're mates with or friends with, and you see them they're potentially about to get crushed. I mean, hopefully they have some common sense. They change some of these things, especially around scopes and thermals and so forth. It
gets better. What I'm about to bring up.
With the chance of their poor bastards' channels being deleted, it's just, and people say, I see the things here, Rumble, Odyssey. You just don't get the numbers there. Some of these guys, if they're really big, the big American, politics talkers and those types of things. But if you haven't got a following of, 5, at least 3 to 5 million plus, I mean, those things just don't take off, And I was on Rumble the other day. God, there was 20, 30-second ads playing every second. It's like, oh God, is there no skip button on this? As much as I'd like to be able to make revenue out of it, you like either a skip button occasionally, not what make you watch it every time you go to do it. And then every time, I scrolled forward, there was another ad. It automatically plays another ad. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yes, they got it in set positions, and you can't. At
That's the
least on
problem. There's too
YouTube,
many. There's too many. People saying, yeah, BitChute, Odyssey, what's the other one? Vimeo.
you don't
Just
get the
got to
views.
combine.
Like John Patton did a very good for the Gun Collective. He did a good video a couple of years ago at that. People going, "Oh, get on full 30." I get it all the time. Go to Odyssey, Rumble, full 30, but you don't get the views. You get 10,000 views on YouTube, for example, and then I used to be on Daily Motion. I'd get about 40 to 50 views. What's the point of spending all that time putting out all these other platforms and no one watches it? He gets about 300,000 views on his actual show on YouTube, and he said he's lucky to break 10,000 on the other platforms.
Mm. And
It's
me
just
and Aaron spoke about this before. Aaron hugely disagrees on this, very much so disagrees, but I'll have my saying. So Salty Skibby said Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, they're the future. YT, so meaning YouTube, is going the MySpace path. So if anyone doesn't know what MySpace was back in the day, it was basically the Facebook. That was, man, nothing was bigger than MySpace. It was massive. You know, I guess massive for back then, probably not compared into today's finances and so forth with the Facebooks and Googles. But it was huge. And then, yeah, they just started doing stupid things. And, hey, at least they never screwed with our content. They didn't give us community strikes. They didn't give us bans. And we as people, we probably just didn't appreciate how good. Remember old Tom used to come up on the screen? Tom was the face of Facebook. He was used to be, he was on his desk typing, and his photo was looking over his shoulder at the camera. Remember old Tom? Everyone know Tom in the white shirt? He never gave us community guideline strikes, or he never screwed us over, or affected our speech or whatever we wanted to say. So, but most of these social media platforms do have a life. There's not many that were around in 2003 that are around now. Yeah, Google's big. They're really cornering the market, but their demise might be a lot longer than the standard, say, 5 to 10 years. It might take 30 to 40 before they're out. I don't know.
Okay, well, my argument is, and I've read a lot about this. Hey, I agree. A lot of things do have the lifespan. Couldn't agree more with you, Jace. But the thing is the infrastructure of everything. Google is and Alphabet, which owns Google, is one of the largest companies in history. They have their hands in every single pie for a start. Money will never be a problem for YouTube. Never, ever be a problem. So it's their infrastructure. They have Bunnings, or 5 times, I've seen photos of these places, 5 times the size of Bunnings, all over the world, in the middle of forest, the middle of nowhere, all unnamed. And that's their servers. The US government have come out and said the only company they are worried about in the tech industry is Alphabet and Google, because we cannot even match their hardware. It all comes down to hardware. These other smaller companies and Rumble and Odyssey, they can't match the hardware. They can't host all these videos. There's something like 450 hours up every second of the day. That's every second, 450 hours of YouTube content. Way more than anything else, because they got the hardware, and they have these server plants all over the world, right? None of the other companies do, and they're stored on every single one of them. Your video, when you upload a video, it is stored on about 10 different computers, these hubs all around the world. The US government, as I said, the only people they're worried about is Google. They are bigger than the US government, and the reason they'll stick around longer, or probably be the only one left, YouTube, for streaming, is because they got the infrastructure. The other companies don't. See, a lot of these companies actually rent from other companies that you'll find that are actually in the end owned by Google. They rent the bandwidth and the equipment. So it's just not going. They'll never go anywhere. I'm no fan of the lefties and that, but that's just the truth.
They said it about Vine. Remember, Vine was the shit too. That's like TikTok, mate. Vine's dead in the water, gone. It's all about the talk now. It's all about the talk.
Yeah, God, some cringy.
Shooting Stuff Australia is on the talk.
Yeah, so is Lush Cuts, guys. No one watches my TikTok. Yeah, actually,
we decided to join the TikTok guys to see what it was all about, and we just were absolutely disgusted with ourselves. That's for sure. We are absolutely disgusted at our behavior to join TikTok. What have we become? A couple of
Exactly.
40-year-old dudes, joining
Watching,
TikTok. Disgraceful.
yeah, and our videos are chucked in between bloody cringy chicks lip syncing to some unknown rap song and shaking their ass, and all of a sudden there's Jason mowing lawns, shaking his ass in the camera.
Yeah, well, I mean, West Covina Dial Pat from California said, yeah, nowadays we can buy a 10 terabyte hard drive for a couple $100, streaming getting cheap. Just got gig Ethernet for $1,400 a month. What's gig Ethernet? Is that what, gig per second or something? Is it gig Ethernet? I don't know. I've never heard of that. For one of the most developed countries in the world, we have one of the worst internets in the world. Like, it's bad.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Well,
probably in the same thing as Zimbabwe or something like that,
Yep.
Like, even China, a lot of Asia's better. They got like cable. It's just so much better.
Like a lot of these other ones also, if you upload videos on Odyssey and Rumble and Daily Motion, they actually charge you. You got to pay. You get something like the equivalent of one small video a week you can upload. Any more than that, you have to pay to have each video uploaded, and it gets you costs quite a bit of money. With YouTube, it's all free. You can upload 10 videos a day and not get charged, but you try and do that 2 videos a day on these other platforms, you're going to get a hefty bill. That's another thing. This leads into Bushranger. Hey, Aaron, can you creating your own website and having a digital clubhouse? Sell merch, ammo, and sponsors. Well, I can't sell ammo, of course, because I'm not a dealer. We've only got one sponsor, and that's the NSC. And I tried selling merch, and I spent all the money doing it, but no one brought it. So it's a lot of money to tie up and trying to sell merch. So, and also join the NSC fools. I agree 100% join the NSC. But yeah, a website just is a lot of effort and a lot of time. And between the 2 channels and running my own business, I just don't have the time, to be honest. But I will be looking, to be honest, I will be looking for Building Stuff Australia, starting a website, because it's more instructional, how to build things, how to do stuff around properties and farms and that sort of stuff. Where I think people get more benefit in that, a wider audience. You got to think of your audience.
Matt Outdoors said dancing videos on TikTok. The neighbors are doing it all the time. Yeah, it's grotesque, isn't it? I will never install TikTok, says the Bushranger Brotherhood. Don't worry. Yeah, we had a prolapse of judgment, I say, or at least a lapse of judgment anyway.
Well, my fault was I was drinking.
Farmer Dave says, I bought my thermal Hick Micro because of the YouTube reviews. Well, yeah, I mean, is that just during hunting? Can you even show thermal devices now? That's another thing.
No. Hunting. Another thing is during the day.
You can do it during the day.
Yeah, during the day, but then again, in the take your channel down stuff, it says you can't show it on a gun. So you can't show it, but you can't use it at night, they say. But during the day, you can use it. But yeah, it's all wishy. It's so open. It's like our laws. Our laws are open to interpretation by the police, so they can twist it any way they want. Pretty much, it's not ground breaking stuff. And here's another part of it. This is the demonetization side, I believe.
While you're looking at that, Matt says even Pakistan has better internet than us. Yeah, probably, absolutely. Exactly. Andy said, Jason, you get more views if you moved in Daisy Dukes. Just saying. Yeah, I mean, get a couple of those bloody arseless caps on or something. That might do the job out there, but you'd probably bring in all types of weirdos and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't want Aaron seeing me in those chaps either, man. So I'd have to just ban him, unlike and ban him, so he can't see my channel, my TikTok channel.
I'd appreciate it. I've only got like 3 people following me, and there's Sherry, and here she follows me. I don't even know if you do, and then about 1 or 2 Russian girls who I don't even know follow me.
Salty Skibby said, what do you mean? The NBN is cutting edge and he's got the winking face. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cutting edge, the old NBN. Most of today in Sydney, mine's been out all day today. I don't know if it's the rain or what. It's been like raining for like 4 days.
Yeah, when it rains here like it has been, it goes so slow here. So this is the demonetization side, I believe. So, promotion of sales of firearms or components, including but not limited to uh, this stuff. So you can't. So gun reviews, they could say you're promoting it, aren't you? You're promoting that gun, aren't you? So, but see, some of these YouTubers, as I was going to say, need to be honest. A lot of these YouTubers out here, and I know that some of them in Australia do it. They are getting help from these importers, but they don't tell you, and they give favourable reviews, and they don't tell you. So that's promoting it for a business as well. So good, because I get told by the importers that, yeah, we help this guy out and we give him this gun and that, and all of a sudden you see these YouTubes, a large variety of them, all reviewing the same gun. But the problem is, what I was going to say is, every time I tell them, apart from a couple of them, that, yeah, okay, we'll do it, but I'm going to say the truth. And if there's something wrong with the gun, I'll say it, but I won't say it in a nasty way. I'll be diplomatic that this didn't work and that didn't work. Bang, as soon as I say that, they don't want anything to do with me, because they know that I'll just point out the faults that happen with the gun. And then all of a sudden you see these guns on other people's channels, and they're raving how fantastic they are.
Yep.
So
Ammunition.
sales of sales of a firearm relating to part or component or is essential to or enhances the functionality of a firearm, including 80%, but doesn't affect us. Ammunition. So you can't say there's a sale on ammunition. Ammunition clips, which I don't know what an ammunition clip is. Silencers. We don't have those here because our politicians don't do anything to help us. So we haven't got them back yet. Ammunition belts, stock. So you can't say, hey, this is a great stock. This is on sale right now. Conversion kits. We can't have conversion kits here, so we can't say that. Gun grips. So once again, you can't promote the sale of a gun grip. And this
So
also.
what do you mean? Can you show it? That's the question. Like, you get a lot of these guys are, sponsored by, maybe stock providers, So what do you do? Can you show the stock? You just can't say buy it. You can show the stock, but you can't say, well, yeah, here's a link below to 20% off, or what's the go?
No links. They go in the real fine print. They did say no links, affiliated links, or discount codes at all. No discount codes on anything firearms.
Just getting worse and worse.
This is all at your own risk, guys. If you got a channel, you can risk doing this, saying, yeah, my videos are all good, and if they catch you out, you're stuffed.
Yep. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, God, man, like, some of these things, I mean, it's so open to, I guess the promotion of the sale. But I mean, if you're making a video saying, well, I'm sponsored by this mob, technically that is a promotion because you're getting paid for a company. If you don't say that, expressly say that, then maybe it might pass the turkey, or, whatever the saying is, but, you're going to be fine. But at the end of the day, if you, say these are good, grab yourself one, well, then that could constitute, sale of firearm parts, like for stocks.
And
even a gun grip, for God's sake. That means any of your chassis. He's like, where does this end?
And if you are promoting, if you are given a gun to review, I can tell you now, normally they don't want you to say that it's not good. So you are promoting that gun in a good light. So if you say good things, you're actually promoting that gun. If you get given these guns, they're not going to give you the gun and say, oh, look, this didn't work, don't buy it. You're going to be saying, buy this, it's fantastic.
Colin said, I don't understand TikTok. Neither do we, man. Neither do we. Sherry said she's got dancing vids on the TikToky. Well, there you go, Colin. Head over there, watch Sherry's videos, and you'll understand TikTok. Not that they're bad or anything. I'm just saying, you just go watch TikTok if you don't know what it is. Head over there and watch all the array of content. Install it on your phone, and I don't know, he might enjoy it. He might enjoy just watching all the TikToks from all different people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually find Jason Lush Cuts on TikTok in his Arseless Chaps, and I'll be on there as well on Building Stuff Australia, and Jason's on Lush Cuts. Go have a look, and if I get a few hundred subscribers, I will start putting more things on TikTok. Can't believe I said that.
Cliff Lee said,
Jacker.
hang on, 80% gun pass. That include Flint's or Flintlock. I mean, yeah, well, you wouldn't know
Well,
with these rules. They just keep changing.
so 79% is all good. So 79% of guns, yeah, that's all good. Jacker, thank you for the donation. No more M1 Grand clip reviews. No, he does a lot of full auto. Full autos, finished. No monetization there. And these guys do this for these big guys who have all the full autos. They do this for a living. So they're not going to be putting up videos that they're not going to get monetized on. Unless
Lucky
they
they're
make a
suppressors and
fortune
not
off
silencers.
Patreon. Unless they make a fortune off Patreon, which the big guys do. In fact, saying about that, both Jason and I have Patreon. So if you'd like to sign up to Patreon, our links are below. Please take a look. And if you like this live stream, please donate to our Patreon. We don't push it like other people that much, but I think we should really.
I don't really, it doesn't bother me these days, man. Life is good. So, we complain. We're still alive, man. So it's, we're doing pretty well. Jack Daniels says it's just a war on shooters everywhere. Andy said, Andy 1234777. Luckily, they're suppressors, not silencers, though. I don't think they're going to worry about the official name of them, Andy. Unfortunately, they just say if it's a device that reduces, or limits some sort of sound, well, then comes up under their definition.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Auslander info preppers are next on the list. I wouldn't be surprised, mate. To be brutally honest, yeah.
Well, Australian preppers are getting done before thought crimes, basically, because they think that they're going to do something by prepping. We've seen that before in the news, haven't we? Here in Australia.
Yeah, 100%.
ADSI, I think it's all about destroying the next generation of shooters. Stop them seeing guns, and they won't want to buy one and become a gun owner. Exactly. Out of mind, out of sight, pretty much.
Steve Balakash, new channel, Lush Buildings Australia.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah.
No more free ammo for Hickok 45, says Pat from West Covina Dodge. Yeah, man. They're doing some interesting stuff too. I mean, I'm probably gonna be kind here. I just could never get into the Hickok stuff. I don't know. Is it me, guys? I'm sorry. I've just never found anything as boring in my life than watching that guy talk, because he's got a good voice. But when his son got involved, it just went downhill even further. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I don't know if you enjoy. He makes some pretty good stuff occasionally, but I haven't watched it for a decade. But hey, each to their own. It just wasn't my cup of tea. I don't know if it's your guys' cup of tea, or does anyone watch him in the comments? Let us know. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, no, I haven't watched Hickok for years. He does seem like a nice guy.
Seems like a nice guy, but the son was just monotone. I'm like, just probably get rid of him and get someone else in that, sort of seems a bit more likable. Probably a lovely bloke, probably a really lovely bloke, but And
it goes back to John Patton talks about it in his video as well. You've got to have a second source of income if you're going to do guns on YouTube. You got to have a plan B, like Jason and me have just come up with our plan Bs. Jason's plan B is going better than mine, but you have, was it
not really a plan B? It's just, trying something different. Trying something a little bit different. I don't know. I mean, it's not. Again, I don't even know why I'm doing it, to be brutally honest. But it was just, you were trying so that I got to do something as well, and just to see how it goes. I don't know. It's just. I don't even know.
Well,
I wish I did know, to be honest.
Well, I did it because I want to teach people about being creative and building things and that sort of thing. But you look at Iraq Veteran, he has a big guitar channel as well as the shooting channel, because he knows, and he said it before, if something goes wrong with the shooting channel, at least he's got a guitar channel that is an income for him, because he solely is based around, that's his job. Iraq Veteran 88 channel is his job.
And exactly. If they don't have the outside support outside the platforms, not including the monetization, they're probably going to be in a big trouble. But Tank Meister said, I used to watch Hickok, but then they dumped him and then he came back half-cocked. What does that mean? Did they dump him? Did they, they put some restrictions on him or something, didn't they, or something?
Yeah, years ago, they deleted his channel and banned him.
Oh.
And then there was a big outcry and they put him back up again. It was with the remember the Google Plus rubbish? It was something to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Neil said Aaron's jealous of Jason's channel. He is. He wants to do. He really wants to be a mowing man. Honestly, that's what he wants to do.
I'm going to put my lawn out the front, and by the dam is that high now. I'm going to do a lawn video. I think.
Vitrix says if you're looking to buy a gun, you always check out Hickok's reviews. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying it's just not my cup of tea. It's just too. It's just like one dude holding a camera for 30 minutes. It's like, dude, he's making it. Most of me making some good. I haven't watched it for years, so it might have changed. But again, like all the other guys seem to have progressed with their, and sometimes it's people like progress with their, filming. They get, crews and that in, and people just don't think it feels the same as it used to because, again, like when you make Aaron knows this, and if anyone making videos. Whether it's Nathan from Edge of the Outback, whether it's me, whether it's Aaron, whether it's all the guys from overseas, their hunting channels, that's that person's vision of their video when they edit. You can't just as if you gave your content and footage to somebody, if it's a talking head, no problem. But if you're going hunting or if you're doing a gun review, they'll probably edit way different than you will. They don't see the way you would edit your vision of your product at the end of the day. And if people like that. So a lot of people don't like when people get like, production crews and because, and they can't afford to edit. They just appear in the show. Like John Patton, he just appears in the show. He's got his editor that does the editing for him.
Yeah, is he? Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking of doing two different edits of the videos I'm making on Building Stuff Australia. One for building the gun shed workshop, for Shooting Stuff Australia and put that up on Shooting Stuff Australia. All those videos up, but edit them differently. Maybe no voiceovers, teaching people how to do this stuff. Just have music and have that sort of feel.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Rickard said rabbits exploding, my kind of editing. Yep, I did pretty good on those edits, I reckon, to be honest with you. I'm not going to, I used to, most people don't know, before shooting, before podcasting, before lawn mowing, I used to film a lot of weddings and so forth and do a lot of editing on weddings. So, and that's why I make the videos, just like to keep, the skills fresh and learn new things on editing. And but everyone's not I've got, me and Aaron were talking about this before. I was even talking about it with Nathan the other day too. Again, I'm an idiot walking around filming for 5 days on a hunt with nothing to shoot. So what do you do when you come back home? You spend 5 days getting all the shots, all the B-roll, everything, and you literally shoot nothing, and you're an idiot like me walking around for 20 minutes. If you want to start a channel and you're going to be hunting, you got to have game to shoot, or at least have regular game to shoot. Like Naif, like some other guys on the internet that have got good access to places where they're able to shoot and have good amounts of game. Otherwise, you just, like me, you're wasting your time. You're just not going to get any views because I'm not shooting anything. Except when I shoot rabbits, but they're gone too now. So everything's bloody gone.
Yeah, you want to see the final product. You want to see leading up to it, then bang, popping something off. That's for sure.
Or at least see some deer. I mean, I put 2 of those videos out where I literally didn't see a goddamn thing. But I think, well, what am I going to do with the footage? Do you just abandon it, or the hours and hours of hours you've put in to do what? So you got to be hunting in places where there's game, have access to private property. High volume shooting, lots of game being taken. Otherwise, don't do it.
Here's a good one. When is Aaron going to do a 243 Tika, his personal favorite? Yeah, I've done 243 videos, which I don't mind around actually. And but Tikas, no, why would I promote someone else's guns that have stubbed me? Why would I bother promoting their guns at all?
Well, at the end of the day, right, you love Tika. Sorry, not Tika. You love 243. You do love it. You got to admit.
243 is a nice round, yeah.
Nice round. Thank you. Appreciate that. You're a good man.
Not as good as 308, but yeah, it's a good round.
Fox 8 Sissy said, get to a deer farm, Jace. Yeah, well, I'd like to, man. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? I just enjoy making it as I'm making it. People watch it, they watch it. If they don't, well, they don't. You know what I mean? I don't make it for them. I make it for me to look back on, my hunting experiences and something to watch back, because you always go back sometimes and I watch a couple of my older videos, the first rabbit ones I put out, and thought, I could have edited that a bit better, could have done this, could have done that, that would have been a bit better if I'd done this. And, it's coming up with a story, coming up with an idea and trying to, execute that idea.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually really enjoying making the educational videos on the building stuff. I've started doing the build videos, guys. I'm building a work table and bench, and I'm building a set of proper big shelving system, and I started building a mallet yesterday. Then my expensive drop saw actually, carked it. So it's under warranty, hopefully, and it's being fixed now. So I'm actually enjoying making more educational stuff and teaching you guys you don't need big expensive tools to make simple stuff.
Peter said Jason needs a naughty. I can't say the word needs when I get demonetized. Jason needs a naughty channel. Lawn porn stars down under.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm never going to. This is why I didn't want to tell anyone. Aaron sprung it on me a couple of weeks ago. I knew I was never, ever going to live it down. Actually, I got a video coming up in about 4-6 weeks where I'm probably never, ever going to live that one down. So,
no. That will be coming up on the live stream. I'll actually play a snippet of it on the live stream.
We're
going to want to watch that
one,
guys.
On any live stream. It's just going to die a slow death on that channel. Never. If you do, I will never ever appear on this show again. Be warned.
It's not gun related, so we can show it at all. We can show
we're
it.
not showing anything. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. In fact, here's Jason's channel here. If you guys want to see,
stop it, man! God, stop!
Here we go.
While you're doing that, and I read comments. Oh my God, man!
Go and subscribe to Jason's channel. It's pretty cool. He's got some good stuff. Look at his numbers. 1.6 thousand subscribers. He's done really well.
Anyway, we're building a comfy. Are you building a comfy space for the baby red-belly black snakes in the new shed? Well, have you seen his previous shed? It was a haven for snakes anyway, because he never bloody cleaned it out. He never had anything. He just dumped everything in the shed. You couldn't even move in there.
Actually, I cleaned it out today. It's empty, ready to be girdied out, and I'm going to start epoxying the floor. I actually got an epoxy floor video coming out soon.
Anyway, well, let us know what you guys think about the show tonight. You like this sort of content? Let us know. What about these new rules before we're going to do just a very quick 3 or 4 minute rapid fire, so to speak. Let us know what you think about these new rules. I mean, are you guys planning on doing channels? Have you got anything in the pipeline that you think about, you're wanting to post or something like that? Let us know.
Exactly. And go subscribe to this channel. It only has 367 subscribers. I need another 700 so I can at least get monetized. And please watch the videos so I can get my hours up. I'm doing a shameless plug.
Front to William says the snakes will love the slab stack. Perfect nest for them. Yeah, well, you probably have. Paul Holes Nagel. The new rules are bullcrap. The rules are a joke. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
The snakes are out right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, lawn mowing in a Louisa. So I guess that's a G-string gets 10 million subs, not 10 million. Well, hey, if it gets me 10 million subs, I may be privy to, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I want to know what you did with the implement that you found. The video.
Here we go. One thing, Jacker 1. In other news, a first person WA got charged with owned door blasters. 6SX possessed a prohibited weapon. Yep, people getting in trouble for owning toys now. Yep, 100%.
Yep. Well,
a guy going downhill, says Ronnie Blackhawk.
We'll bring that up. Might be next week's topic about the guy who got done for producing like cosplay guns. They've charged him on that for cosplay for like Comic-Con and stuff. Just absolutely pathetic. They're calling them fantasy guns now. And they did that to that jail blaster that down in New South Wales. They arrested him and Brad, they arrested him on fantasy guns because some of the jail blasters were like from Halo and video games. They call them fantasy guns.
Couple of minutes left. Salty Skippy said gun channels. Me and Adam have been talking about this a lot. Gun channels are hard to do in Australia. They just can't compete with channels from the land of the free. Exactly. They got suppressors. Well, not full auto now. This is going to hurt them a fair bit. Suppressors, places to shoot, tannerite. We just can't do that, guys. That's why, again, and I've said this before, me, Aaron, anyone, no one's doing this full-time in Australia. It doesn't matter if it's a hunting video, reviews. Nobody's doing this full-time in Australia. Everybody's got a job. Every single person that I know is in this industry that does YouTube in Australia, from the biggest to the smallest, all don't do this full time.
Exactly. And there's only so much, as we said for years, Jason, I've been telling you, there's only so much you can do with a bolt action before it gets boring. People get bored of seeing bolt action after bolt action after bolt action hitting paper.
Exactly, man. And just looking. I won't read that one. You're a bit naughty, Tankmeister. I won't read that one. Auslander info. When I get up north, I plan on becoming an active hunter again. Sorry, just flipped up there. Put those 15 years of experience as a qualified hunter in Europe to good use. Bugger the lefties and their BS. Yeah, well, hopefully we're going to be able to hunt, man. And, our kids are still going to be able to hunt. If you've got kids and, it's just, And I've said this before, quick one from Aras. He said, John Howard cucked Australia. Yeah, man, I've said this 1,000 times. People don't realize how much John Howard and what he did has just got into the minds of people. Probably one of the biggest ever things to ever happen to Australia, man, and how he was able to do what he did, get into people's heads, and it's demonized firearms owners. And it's long-lasting, man. Some 25 years later, we don't realize how bad that was.
Yeah, well, he started all this. He started the whole woke thing by banning guns, ramming down people's throats, continuously saying how bad they are. And I reckon it all stemmed from 1996, how Australia's gone downhill in the wokeness. I think that was the beginning of the end.
And this is all from the conservative, style Republican Red parties, guys, and then they banned handguns and certain lengths of handguns and, over, what was it, 38 caliber and stuff like that. And, semi-auto. These guys are conservative, don't forget, Anyway, last one from Science Studios. All my guns are sitting in the safe brand new because I got them all during lockdown. Can't go to the range. Don't have my papers. Yep, exactly. Anyway, it's enough from me for tonight.
Yep. Well, okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for tonight. It's great to see you all here. And please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I think I need 6 more people and I could reach to 10,000 finally. I remember I had 12.5 or almost 13,000 subscribers before when YouTube took my first channel down. I've already been deleted once, guys. So let's build this channel up. And thank you so much for absolutely everything. Give it a thumbs up and have a great week. And if you get your NSC merch, please send us those photos and we'll put them up and put you in the run for a contest. So thank you very much, guys. Have a good and safe week, and we shall see you in 7 days' time. Good night.